Well, it's a great day to be watching the Ruby Girl Talk Show with your favorite Ruby Girl, Dr. K, also known as Coach K. The Ruby Girl Talk Show is here, and it's live. And as always, I find the best guests. I claim it. That's my disclaimer. I find the best guests, and everybody else can have the rest. So, good evening, everyone. Tonight, we are still continuing our celebration, our talk about women in business and powerful women for the last 3 weeks. I had on my show, I had Venetia Lyons and I had Linda Hunt, and we had a great conversation about taking the limits off. So tonight, I want to talk to one of the women, the rare women that I know that does not have limits. She has no problem taking the limits off, the handcuffs off, the chains off. I mean, nothing. She when she think about it, she just go for it. So tonight we have Candice Thames-Prince. I've been knowing her for years and I always get that T word messed up. And it was only to what, a few years ago. And I was like, oh my God, I've been saying your name wrong. A Blair Inspired Collection is here tonight. So, Miss Candice, how are you tonight?
I am fine and doing well. Thank you so much, Kay, for letting me be on today. I'm super excited.
I'm excited to have you on the show. So, what I want you to do, which you probably already did, is go find the video. Did you go find our video yet?
Yep.
All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give them the $3 million commercial. See, it was $2 million last week, but because of the tariffs, I got to take it up to $3 million this week. So I am Dr. K, also known as your favorite Ruby Girl, and Ruby Girl comes from Proverbs 31:10. Who can find a virtuous woman for her price is far above the price of a ruby? So, ladies, this is for you. It makes you rare, virtuous, and always valuable. So, Ruby Girl was created to restore the value of women because somewhere along the ages, the years, the century, the appreciation of women have diminished. Oh, I tried to use a big word tonight. And so now the Ruby Girl platform is giving women an opportunity to share their story, share their business, and to also rock the Ruby Girl t-shirt, which gives you an opportunity to join the movement. And the movement is to push respect back into women's lives and for us to realize our worth and our value. All right, that was a $2 million question. I mean, commercial, but next week you're gonna get the $3 million one. All right, you ready, Miss Candace, to introduce yourself?
I'm ready. I'm
All right,
ready.
go ahead and give us that $1 million introduction.
Hello, everyone. My name is Candice Thames-Prince. I am the founder of Blair Inspired Collection, where we do bring faith to fashion through our graphic rhinestone t-shirts. We also do faith-based products through our CC Inspired Creation for digital people who want to purchase products and put them on, digital designs and put them on your own products. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and you can check us out at Blair Inspired Collections and or CC Inspired Creations if you are a crafter yourself.
Hey, all righty, all right. I love that introduction. Let's get into the meat of the program because I'm excited tonight. So, what inspired you to create Blair Inspired Collection, and what does your brand represent?
So I really started out because I wanted to create some positive designs for graphic t-shirts to replace some of the derogatory ones that our young ladies was wearing. I found that there was very few positive to select, which allowed them to go ahead and purchase and wear these derogatory ones. Somewhere along the lines in that, I decided through branding my own business to assist others in getting their brands together by creating vendor bundles, and I call the wear and go bundles, which is a way to represent your business when you're out and about. I then transitioned into my faith base because I wanted to do God's business through my business. And so now we do all faith based, Christian inspired branding for ourselves and others.
At the others, because I mean, you're not only looking good when you represent your brand, but you have other business owners represent their brand. I remember being at vendor shows with you, and you see somebody with a plastic tablecloth, And you will make sure to let them know that you make tablecloth. It's the little thing, business owners, that you use to make you stand out. When you go to a vendor event, you always try to stand out from everybody else, and you want people to come to your table. So most people generally have like a plastic tablecloth because you really don't think anything of it. You got a tablecloth, it's looking good. But when you have one with your logo and your name on it, and you're looking professional and everything, it draws people to you. So that's why branding is so important. And I can tell you, Candice is big on branding. When I see her, she's wearing her brand, she's talking about her brand. Like I said, she takes the limit off. She's not holding back when she talks about her business. Her business is always on her mind and always coming out her mouth. And that's how we should be. We act like our business is a secret. Am I right, Candice?
Yes, yes. You got to stay all those secrets. Let them out.
Yes. So tell us about some of the businesses you have helped brand.
Well, of course, I help the Ruby Girl brand, which is promoting and motivating women to be their virtual selves. I did the Ruby Girl design. Oh, I can't even think how long it's been because Ruby Girl been moving and grooving for a while.
I think it was like 2018 we started, but really, really 2019 it really got launched. Yep.
Yes, and so I was gracious to be able to be a part of that. A couple other people, just to mention, I help brand Posh and Fit, which is the signature brand to help work the busy woman get fitness back in their life with their signature grab and go bag. I also helped, some other Christian businesses. One in particular, his business. She does faith-based T-shirts herself and other and miscellaneous items. I helped her with her branding, her vending, and her wear and go, and she is big on the wear and go. She has gotten that concept very down packed, very good. I mean, if people don't know you have a business, they can't participate in your business.
Amen. So if you have a Ruby Girl t-shirt, I bet you if it does not have rhinestone, I know Candace made that shirt. So I remember when the Lord gave me the vision, and I just didn't know where to start with it, but I know I needed something to represent it. So I came to her and I let her freely just do what she do. And she came back with the Ruby Girl t-shirt, the designs, and she's been with me when I changed colors. When I was going through that year, we was changing colors every month and everything. And so she was hanging with me. So it's very important that you have a vendor that has a vision like you do. Because if not, when you tell them what you're going to do, they can see it and run with it. But if they don't have that vision, then they're gonna kind of slow you down. And so me and Candace, she's branded my totes, she did my hat for me, and sometimes she'll suggest things. She suggested that you suggested the hat and the tote, didn't you?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And then she be trying to get me to do my own stuff. And I'm like, no, that's what you for. So she's not a gatekeeper. She has no problem not only helping you with your brand, but helping you to build up your brand. This time she's showed up for me when I was on the leadership experience tour. Now imagine your vendor shows up for you and basically help you. She was in the room with me. She kept my stuff. She made sure I was on point the first time I spoke because I was so nervous, and the second time. So imagine here's somebody that not only help you brand your business, but then they help you build your business. So you just can't go out there and just get anybody and connect with them. You have to make sure this person has a vision and this person is a business person. And that's what I can say about Candace. And one thing about her too, now you'll see the shirt, but like, oh, I love it. She'll be like, no, it ain't right. It ain't right. You'll be like, what? And she'll be like, see the dot over the I, it's just a little bit off. And you just be looking cross at it like it looks fine. So she makes sure the work that she gives you represents your brand. How important is that to make sure that the person that's connected to you have a like vision as you do? That's a
I
bonus
think it's
question.
very important. It's very important because the creativity thrives through your passion for things. And so the more passionate you are about what you're working on, the more creative you'll be. And believe me, I have had to turn people down because the vision that they had just did not walk aligned with my purpose and God's purpose for me. But also, it's always good to be able to refer people to other people that are on the same page, on the same guidelines, and things like that. Because if you can't believe in what you're doing, you're not going to do well at it at all.
That's true. And she's always learning. She's just not, she's the type of business owner that she's always learning something new. She's part of my business call too. I have a business group. And so me and her first started, we was founding members. And we started because we was going to this ministry. Remember that? And we had this book, and this book had 15 steps to becoming a millionaire. So we feed off each other. And so I was like, what step you on? I'm on 7. And I was like, on 3. It's like, really? I went home, I got to work because she pushes me. You know, it's friendly competition. Like, oh, where you at? Oh, let me get here too, you know. And so we started the group to work out the 15 steps, and then it just evolved into something different and more people coming in. And but our main goal, our first goal was to become a millionaire. And not because of the money, but because of the power and influence that come with a millionaire. Am I right, Candice?
You're right. You're right. The more people that you can reach and teach is when you have the power.
Yeah, because remember when we first started, we didn't know what we were doing.
Oh my goodness. I still have the samples of my first my first project.
Do you?
Yes, remember it was the necklace glasses theme that I was gonna do.
Yes, and let me tell you,
Yes.
I don't take my glasses off, but I was willing to take my glasses off because it was such a good idea to have. And you had decorated necklace, not them old plain ones that hold your glasses, eye holders. These were really nice ones. But that just shows you it's not how you start, it's how you keep going on the journey. So we came a long way from plastic tablecloths, doing vendor events, doing our own website. We kind of was DIY with everything because we just didn't have the money to connect with people, to hire people. But as we kept growing, God just kept connecting us because we got connected to a millionaire. We was at a movie screening, and I was an extra in the screening, but you couldn't see nothing but the back of my head, and the restaurant was like dark. If I didn't say that's me. And so the pastor got up to spoke, and he was like, I'm a millionaire and I help people become millionaires. And we looked at each other, and she's always the bold and brave one. I'm more so like the I think it she do it. And so she got up, got his information, and so we got connected to him. So it's important to have, once again, the right people around you. So put in the chat, I'm gonna ask you this question. Do you have the right people around you that help you grow? If you do, just put grow on there. I don't want you to put yes and no so that if somebody, hear this, they. But anyway, put grow in there. If you have the right people around you, put grow. So we came to already to the second half of the show because the third half is gonna be on fire and it's gonna be popping. But right now I'm gonna give Miss Candace 60 seconds, and I hope you put something in the chats. Even if you said hello, that's fine. So I'm gonna check Facebook, Miss Candace, and while I do that, you give us a 60-second commercial.
Okay. So my name is Candice. I do custom design as well as I have a graphic rhinestone business. Bring your faith to fashion. If you are definitely interested in wearing your faith on you, you can check us out at our website, which is www.blairinspiredcollection.com. We also just want to bring the awareness that it is okay to talk about Jesus and the Lord in your business. It's become such a taboo thing, but we need to bring it back. And so that's really the purpose where I'm at with my business now, is to extend the fact that we can do God's business through our business. I have decided to bring a little fun into the game. I've created these paint parties and paint kits that are faith based to, bring a little laughter and a uniqueness to your party game. We also have are offering those on our digital site as well for those who, can do it themselves. But our whole purpose is to make sure people are aware that, you can do God's business through your business. We do everything from t-shirts to tumblers to bling to um uh glitter. I mean, I have done it all. Party favors, and now of course we just introduced our paint party kits. And like I said, we do custom design. We specialize in your vending bundles and your wear and go bundles. And people always say, "What's wear and go?" If you don't wear and let people know you have a business, they won't be able to participate in your business. So it's good to be able to wear what you sell, be able to wear what you do, be able to showcase it, whether it's a T-shirt, a tote, a hat, or something. And we do marketing things too, to be able to hand something out to somebody that they can remember who you were and who you are and what you do. So that's basically what our business is all about. We're a craft business, but we specialize in custom design. And if you just want to bring faith to your fashion, check us out.
I like that. Faith to your fashion. I love that you stand on God's business. I love it. When you see so many business owners out here, that only way you know they're a Christian business if they say it, and you have God's standards. So thank you so much for that 60-second commercial. So we got out there, we got Annette out there. She said, "Hey, ladies." We got Venetia. She said, "Hello, ladies." And Annette said, "I love your mugs and things. They're so nice." And Venetia put grow out there. All right, Venetia, connect with us and we're gonna help you grow. For everybody put grow out there, connect with us and we will help you grow. So as I said, this is part two of our show. And so part two of the show, it kind of switches up a little bit. So Candice, let's talk about some of the unique challenges business women face that men might not deal with in business.
So I want to say one of the huge things is pricing. You know, women are notorious for being emotional about their pricing, and not being confident in pricing their worth. Networking and collaboration is another thing where we fall short because we have a lot of unhealthy competitive ways, and not creating a business plan and laying out your business is another issue. A lot of times we just get started and we don't have any organization or anything. And it's very important to understand if you're trying to build a second stream of income or if you're trying to build a full-time business. That's a lot of area that we mess up in as well because we run our business like a second stream of income, but we want to create it, make it appear as it's a full-time business. So those are some of the things that I share with people a lot.
Mm. So you said we're emotional about our pricing. Could you
Yes,
elaborate on
yes.
that? How we get emotional? Do we start crying because it's too much? What would we doing?
Well, I tell you, the first thing we do, and I'm guilty of it as well. You start doing something and you selling it, and because you're new at it, you feel like you can't you sell it at the comparable price, so you discount it. And but the problem is that people expect that discount continuously. So as you grow and you do better, they don't want to pay that price. Whereas your typical man is like, if it's $100, even if I can only put $5 in it. I'm charging $100. You don't know I only put $5 in it. You know what I'm saying? But we get emotional, like, oh, well, what if we're not good enough? Or, I just got started. I mean, think about everybody: makeup artists, hairstylists, everything that women do. They when they first start out, they Grouponing and they discounting and because they don't believe in their worth. They're not confident. And so we make that mistake and then we get caught with a lot of customers who are expecting that discount.
Hmm. You're right. We put or if they are friends, like, I don't really want to, be charging her. And men are not like that. They like, this is my price, this is it. And then also women, we have to deal with family. We're raising kids, we taking care of the husband, plus we working, plus we doing a business. And then for a lot of do you find that for either male or women that they get less support from their spouse?
I think that women probably get less support from their spouses than men because we are all, I mean, we naturally nurturers. We naturally supporters. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's just how we are. Men have to be kind of convinced, which means they have to see the profit. They have to see the benefit.
Because I see a lot of strong business women out here, and you really don't see their husbands with them. And then when they get up there and they start getting successful, and the husband like, oh, this a real thing right here, then they want to be, yeah, I'm right here with my wife, Mr. and Mrs. Mister, and so you're right. I see a lot of women out here doing it alone. It's almost like church. How you see a lot of women in church by themselves. You see a lot of business women out here building their business by themselves. And part of it could be because they have so many programs out here for women businesses. So women have to be the forefront. They have to be the owner of the business. And then for some spouses, they're intimidated because they might feel like the business is taken away from them or even become jealous like, baby, you always doing this, you always doing that, you don't have time for me. So we as women, we have a lot of unique challenges to face. So ladies, put in the chat some more challenges that business women have to face. But I definitely love that emotional part. Now, what else did you say about what we have challenges about?
Networking and collaborating, women tend to have unhealthy competitive natures. So,
Ooh,
sharing, we that term gatekeeping has been going viral right now. Don't gatekeep, but a lot of times we do. I don't want to tell you how to make a t-shirt because then, I can't sell you my t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? But then if you learn how to teach that person a t-shirt, you can teach others. And instead of
yeah.
making, now you're teaching. But that theory doesn't necessarily come. And it's the same thing. You walk in a room, the first thing you do is look up and down the woman to see what the competition, instead of seeing what y'all can collaborate on. And so that becomes an issue where men, they are natural networkers,
And
and
men have,
their competition is healthy.
but you think about it, we're raised differently. Boys participate more in sports, so they're taught in football, teamwork make the dream work and stuff. And girls are usually, well, they're more into sports now, but they're usually taught play with dolls, play house and fairy tales and all that stuff like that. So men are just like you say, naturally competitive, but that's how they're kind of raised. Hey, this my boy, they interact differently than women do. We just kind of look at each other as competition. And you think about it when it comes to relationships. It's the same way. When a man cheats, who do the woman go after? She goes after the woman instead of the man. So it's always like we should be united, but we not. And so women, I just want you to know, I hear women all the time say, well, I don't really hook up with groups. I'm not really connected to groups. Like I have two women groups, and I can tell you these women have formed a bond. It depends on your leadership, it depends on the structure, and it definitely depends on if God is in the midst of it. And so you're right, Candice, we can get jealous of each other, very competitive, because I don't want sis to be successful, and I'm not successful, sis. So where do you think that attitude, where we get that from as women?
I think it started with, we are, they say a man finds a good thing, what I'm saying, me making sure I'm that good thing. I think the fact that, we've had to be chosen and not been able to choose, that innately started that whole competition. Like I want him to pick me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so evolutionary as women has evolved from the, original, just be at home, take care of your husband. Now that we've gone into the business world, we've gone into the sports world, we still have that I want them to pick me attitude. You know what I'm saying? And so we're constantly looking to see, and then like you say, a lot of times, it's baggage, somebody stole my husband so much they might steal my business idea. That level of trust amongst women has just evolved from that initial, man chooses woman.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. That's a good one. I never thought about that. It's amazing how for women, how their personal affects their business. And it's just like you have to learn to separate that. Just like the church is separate from the world, you have to separate your personal from the business, from your business. But you can see people personalities through their business. If they, I hate to say it, if they act ratchet, They run their business in a ratchet way, you know. You come in, they playing this type of music. I never forget, I was at a I was at this shop getting my hair done. And you know, children run around playing and stuff. And so all of a sudden this music came on and over the speaker, and it was talking about women body parts, and it wasn't using the safe words. And I'm sitting there like, okay, I'm listening to this and I'm like, this is very unprofessional. So I had said something to my hairdresser. I said, there's kids here. I was like, children shouldn't hear this music. And I want to see, and clients are here. So she went and spoke to the person. Turned out it was the owner had put on that music. That's okay for you to listen to it in your car, but it's not okay for you to bring that into your business. So I think we have gotten away from being professional. We show up in on videos, bathrobes. We show up. I watched this lady. She's very good at AI, but her bed wasn't even made in the background. You know, and I just kept focusing on the bed. Like, could you not make your bed up before you did your video? Now, I show up normal, but in my background, you're not going to see my bed. You're not going to see my socks. I'm not showing up in my robe. If I show, only one time I did a live with my robe because me and the guy had the robe on because he sells robes. But other than that, I feel like you need to present yourself as a professional because we as women, we have to have a standard, a higher standard. It's just what it is. And so people just like, I show up any kind of way, but you're doing damage for the sister that's coming behind you. So we always got to think, I set the sample example for who's behind me. Any comments, Candice?
I think that I agree. I think professionalism is necessary because you don't go to work any way you want. You don't go to work in your robe. You know what I'm saying? You take the time out to get dressed, and some people dress to impress to go to work. So you need to put that same attitude in how you present yourself for your business. And like I say, you have gone different places, especially vending events, where one place you're like, I'm not sure about buying stuff there because it just don't look like a real business. And then you look over and this one got all their stuff together and you're like, now that's a business. And they could be
Mm-hmm.
saying the exact same thing. That's gonna be the telltale of their first impression and what they truly believe. And that person got a better product,
Mm-hmm.
but
And
you haven't put any extra.
you can kind of tell the beginning business owner. They might have that little wrinkled plastic. I know y'all, plastic tablecloth. They do now, they do. And ain't nothing against plastic tablecloth, but I'm just saying. And then they have like their products sitting here and there. They don't have nothing else. They don't have nothing, maybe some decorations or nothing like that. They just like, okay, here it is out the box. Let me arrange it. That's it. And you can tell. And sometimes I'll go over there and I'll support them and I start to have a conversation with them. And then I'm like, my friend does branding, so I try to help them out. I'm like, oh, this will look nice, and boy, a lot of flowers, because you want to see your business equal your fellow entrepreneur to be successful too. And it was a time when I didn't know. I just really didn't know. But you helped me step it up because sometimes we have blind spots and we need a person like you, Candace, to tell us our blind spots. I'm thinking I'm looking all good and stuff. You like, where your apron at? Where your t-shirt at? That match this and that. And I was like, oh, I need all. So you help brand me. You help Ruby Girl, even my business, his designs, you helped it to step up. But you really have helped Ruby Girl to be branded. Like when I went on stage the second time, I said, Candace, I need a shirt like this. I need to really stand out. When I walked on stage, the people was like, wow, because I my brand matched from top to bottom. My skirt, my top, and everything was just really stood out. And that's what people notice is like your outfit. It's like if they see something really standing out, and so with Candace, she can make you really stand out in your t-shirt. She really can. All right, here's our next question. So your products are created to offer businesses Christian branding. Why is it a passion of yours? Now you talked about it a little bit, but to offer other businesses Christian products.
So, again, like I said, the biggest thing is I found, in just visiting different business groups and things like that, I've been told quite a few times, don't talk about Jesus. Don't talk about the Lord. That's not the right place. That's not the platform to talk about it. You might offend people. And I thought, what? People curse and offend me, but it doesn't stop me from getting the information I need. And so I feel like we definitely need to know as Christians that doing God's business through our business is okay. And somebody has to take that first step to say, hey, you know what? My business is all about God's business and it's not hurting me. People aren't shying away from me. People aren't not participating in what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Even if somebody is worldly, you know what I'm saying? What I have to offer is still pleasing to them because they know the quality and the work that I do. They're not offended. Now, they might be cautious, but that's okay because in my mind, I'm like, when you're cautious about how you're doing things, it makes a person think and makes them more professional. You know what I'm saying? So, I really, really realized just through participating and networking and things that became something that is a loss in in the business world, and even with Christian business owners, like, they'll say, "Oh yeah, I'm a Christian. I go to church. Girl, come over here and buy my candles." I'm like, you better tell them those are Christian candles.
No, they don't look like it. I don't think that's not the shape of the cross.
And so,
Yeah,
like I say, I just felt like it was something in this stage of my life and my business that was necessary, was to definitely focus on God's business through my business and share that with other Christians owners and let them know it's okay. It's really okay.
yeah. And you're right. Um, I'm drawn to people when I see Christian stuff. I'm just drawn to them. And I think what it is, the world is so geared to negativity, that when they see something positive, it makes them stop like, whoa, this is different, you know? And so I don't care if I offend people personally when it comes to Jesus. If Jesus gave me the business and I'm too scared to promote him to do business, then something's wrong with me. You know, something's wrong with me. Christian business is the purpose of your business is to creatively bring Christ to the nation. That's my motto, to creatively bring Christ to the nation. And you can do it in so many ways. You don't have to shove this and shove that. You can make a simple candle, like you said, and in the bag, they have a card of salvation. It's so many ways we can get the word out. Jehovah Witnesses go door to door and knock on your door and wake you up on Saturday morning. You know, thank God we don't get a lot on our street. And I see them coming. Matter of fact, one of my neighbors is a Jehovah Witness, and one day he had them all over. Girl, when I tell you my house was locked up so tight that you wouldn't even know somebody lived in this house. Because I'm like, don't even come over here. So they will. They know they're gonna be rejected. They don't care. So we shouldn't care. We should share the word of God. It's the good news, y'all. It's the good news. So share some of the mistakes you have made as a woman business owner. Because right now you sound like you're the perfect business owner. Like you started off and
Right.
everything good. You
Well,
intimidate
I
us.
was nope. I made the first mistake I made was pricing. Especially when I first started my crafting. Like I say, scared to charge my worth because I'm like, oh, I just got started. And like you mentioned earlier, I noticed something that's not right, perfect and thing and stuff like that. But as time comes, like I say, you get burnt out because when you're not charging your worth, you're not making any money. And I started defending myself, and I even had to, shed some customers, and that was okay because I knew what my value was. One of the other things too is like we talked about when we first started, we, had a whole different vision, but that's because we didn't sit down and write the plan. Bakatu says, write the vision and so make it plain. And so creating a business plan and an outline of exactly what you want and what you want to do is something that's important because I had that organization of my thoughts, I would have been able to see clear that what I was doing was not good. I wasn't really to put the work in for it. And then that just takes us to the next thing, having a lack of organization and disciplined habits. When I first started, I go to work and do everything I'm supposed to do over and above. When I, did my business, it was like I don't feel like it today, and then like I said, I still fight that sometimes now, but I'm more conscious of it now that that's not how you do business. Um, and so those are some of the business things that I made a mistake on. And just like I say, basically it's just, marketing, getting out there. That's still a struggle for me, but I'm working on it. But it's very important if you're going to be a business owner to let people know who you are. Now, I'll network all day in the field, but you put me in front of the social media and that's a work in progress. But you
You
gotta
working it.
some way and somehow be able to be comfortable in yourself and in your business to share. And I think in the beginning, I was pretty much, well, people find out about me word of mouth. They will, but that'll be just an extra stream of income. It won't really be like a full-time business. So those are some of the things that I struggle with, and I play it forward and try to educate, others that starting their business don't make the same mistakes that I did.
So what is your business plan for 2025 that you have planned out?
So my business plan for 2025 is the transition to do God's business, do my business. And so that has been the platform of my organization, building a brand that represents God, that supports people's belief in God, has been the foundation of it. Creating products that, will wow people with Jesus, creating products that will help businesses grow. That's a platform of mine. We did quite a bit of custom work before. We've kind of narrowed it down now to more organized, and to where we feel like we're the most beneficial to businesses. And so, like now, we basically just do the vending set bundles and the wear and go bundles and things like that. Like I say, we did start the party paint kits as something to just do for fun, but we pretty much stay along our lane and customizing. Rebranding, my products. I do bling, offering now some, more non-bling wear for the unisex community. Is something that we've been organizing. So basically my plan this year is to transition my business from me working and going and doing business to doing business 100%.
Oh, that sounds like a good plan. Sound like I'm gonna help you stay on track with that.
Well, you know what? It's my plan for this year, but what I've learned too is that your plans don't have to start in January and end in December. Your plans just have to be consistent and disciplined. And so this is just the movement for us moving forward in the next couple of years to do. But like I say, if you don't have a plan, then I always tell people, vision without goals and tasks is really just a dream.
Mhm. That's a good one. That is a good one. And a lot of times you see the success that women have, business owners have achieved, but they really don't talk about the mistakes that they started out with. And so when people start off and they're not getting sales, and this is the main thing I want you to know as a business owner, we're so used to working and getting results. I go to the job, I work, I get a paycheck. If I don't get a paycheck, then it's going to look, HR going to be torn up. So we bring it over that same mindset into our business. Well, I created the products. I created the bling like you have. I created the group out there for crafters like you have. I created these branding products and I created this, but nobody has brought it. And I know these are some very good products. I know people need them. And so after a while, you start to think, well, maybe I need to do something else, or maybe I just don't need to do business, period. And then, oh, don't wait till the end of the year. Oh, don't wait until you get ready to file your taxes. And you be like, and you come negative, and you like, I could have kept that money. That's my money I lost this year. And so you start to be like, I don't know, Lord, about this. I know God. God, look, now I'm working it, but it seems like you ain't coming to work with me. But that's not how business operate because you're planting a seed. You're seeding. When you plant a seed in the ground, how long do you expect the seed to grow up and pop? That day?
Nope.
No, no. You
No.
know, you got to do some things in order for that seed to grow. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
All right. So
You know,
I'm
and they
a,
say all the time, stick with something. Don't give up so quick because it takes time.
that is so true. So true. So I'm gonna let you give us our 1 minute close out because I'm losing my voice. Go ahead and close us out.
All right, then. Well, it's been a great time on the Ruby Girl Talk Show. Again, today we just kind of want to just remind business owners, especially Christian business owners, that it's okay to do God business, do your business. Is in order to have a successful business, you got to have a successful mind. So you got to make sure you plan out, execute, make sure you charge your worth in everything that you do. And again, of course, remember that the virtual woman is part of the Ruby Girl movement. So go ahead and check out our Ruby Girl today. On Thursdays for our Ruby Girl Day. If you're looking for any type of customized business gear and business vending events, you can check us out on www.blairinspiredcollections.com. And you can check us out on our Facebook page, Blair and Shari, and or on thank you, Kay. And remember to bring faith to fashion, whether it's our fashion or somebody else's. Share the word of God and Jesus to anybody and everybody you can. And we thank you.
Now, y'all, I want y'all to take a look at these rhinestone t-shirts that she got out there. Now, these are beautiful. These pictures cannot ever do these t-shirts justice, but these are beautiful. Simply blessed. She is blessed. Keep God first. Yes, definitely keep God first. And I love this one. Hello, beautiful. And I have this one. I love Jesus. And this one is God's grace is upon me. So she's added God into the fashion. So without you saying anything to anybody, if you wear one of these shirts, people already know that you're a Christian and they're gonna ask you some questions. So these are non rhinestone ones. She got just simply blessed. I like those boots. I could have swore you had them boots when I saw you last, but we ain't gonna comment on that. And she definitely loved Jesus. A beautiful I love Jesus. So just go to her page, Blair Inspired Collection.com. If you follow the arrow up here, just go there. And then you got a Facebook page too, right?
Yes, Facebook page.
Uh, my page. All right. What's the name of your page?
Blair Shari.
Um, the one that you have for the crafters.
Oh, the CC Inspired Creations.
Mm-hmm. See if we can pull it up. All right. So make sure y'all go to this page and become one of her followers. CC Inspired Creation. Somebody put it in the chat for me. CC Inspired Creation. Go there and let's get her followers up tonight. She has 16 so far. She just started her page. So we want to get her page up. And she posts every day, almost every day. I'm gonna say every day. She posts every day. Inspirational messages. And these are some of the images that she has created herself. So make sure you go out there and she already got her first event already, ladies, for her paint party. CC Inspired Collection. So, Miss Candice, we definitely want to thank you for dropping in tonight and sharing with us about business, inspiring us that as business women, we got to shed that personal stuff. We got to be business women. You have to become your business, your brand. Your business has to be your brand, and your brand has to be you because people gonna connect to you first. So I just want to thank you
Yes.
so much for riding along with me, helping the Ruby Girl plan out. I'm telling y'all, this woman is instrumental in the vision of Ruby Girl. She don't never pop up and say, "Oh yeah, it wasn't for me." She never, ever heard her even mention it outside of our interviews. That, oh yeah, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be selling T-shirts, or the Ruby Girl brand wouldn't be international, and all this stuff like that. So she has helped Ruby Girl grow, and so y'all just need to give her a hand. Everybody that's been inspired by Ruby Girl, that's been affected by Ruby Girl, Candice in the background. She's been in the background helping Ruby Girl grow. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you. I'll be back next Tuesday with another phenomenal woman for this month. Listen, this is Women Month, but I say this is Women in Business Month. Women, no, better yet, Ruby Girls in Business Month. That's what it is. Ruby Girls in Business. So join me every Thursday for Ruby Girl Day, and go to rubygirl.net to support me. And all right, y'all, be blessed. We're signing off Facebook only because we love y'all and we want y'all to enjoy the rest of your night. So thank you for watching.
Right.